Have you ever wondered why you feel exhausted, even after a full night's sleep? You wake up tired, you push through the day with coffee, you collapse at night, but your heart keeps racing. Fatigue becomes your shadow, stress tightens your chest, your mind is clouded with fog, and sleep feels like an endless struggle. You start to believe something is broken inside you, that your body is failing. But here is the truth. You are not broken. You are simply breathless. Monks hidden high in the mountains discovered something the modern world has forgotten. They realized illness is not always rooted in the body, but in the way we breathe. When your breath is shallow, your spirit collapses. When your breath is hurried, your nervous system stays trapped in fight or flight, draining you of peace, of energy, of life itself. Imagine this. The key you've been searching for in pills, supplements, and endless motivation has been with you since the moment you were born. Your breath. In this video, you will learn a sacred breathing ritual practiced by monks for centuries. A ritual designed not just to calm your mind, but to awaken the healing power already alive within your body. This is not medicine. This is not magic. This is the forgotten key. Stay with me until the end. Because once you learn how to breathe as the monks breathe, you will no longer be surviving. You will be healing. 1. The hidden enemy, shallow breath. It's not illness that drains you, it's unconscious breathing. Think about it. You spend your days rushing from one task to another, glued to screens, replying to messages, chasing deadlines. Each moment you feel your chest tighten, your shoulders rise, your breath becomes short and sharp. You are not truly breathing, you are surviving, and survival breath keeps the body locked in stress, draining your energy drop by drop. Modern life doesn't just exhaust your body, it steals your breath. Monks noticed this centuries ago. They observed people in cities who hurried, spoke too fast, and carried tension in their faces. Their breaths were trapped high in the chest, shallow and restless. Then the monks compared this to babies. A sleeping baby's belly rises and falls like a gentle tide, slow, deep, natural. Animals also breathe with their whole body, not just the chest. Monks concluded, when the breath sinks into the belly, the body heals itself. When it stays trapped in the chest, the spirit is restless and disease follows. Shallow breath keeps you stuck in survival mode. This is why so many people wake up tired, even after hours of sleep. Their nervous system never leaves the battlefield. The body thinks it is constantly under threat. Even when nothing dangerous is happening, heart rate quickens, cortisol rises, and the immune system weakens. Fatigue, brain fog, anxiety. These are not signs of weakness. They are signs of shallow breath. Deep breath is the body's original medicine. Buddhist masters taught that just as the ocean remains calm beneath crashing waves, your true self remains steady beneath the storms of thought. The way to touch that depth is through breathing from the belly. In Zen, the hara, the lower belly, is considered the seat of life energy. Breathing into the hara reconnects you with your root, pulling you out of panic and back into presence. One Zen parable tells of a student who complained to his master, "I cannot find peace. My thoughts race. My heart trembles." The master simply placed his hand on the student's belly and said, "Breathe here. The mind will follow the breath." The student practiced and soon discovered what the master meant. When the breath deepens, the mind bows, and peace returns. Your breath decides whether you heal or whether you decay. Every shallow inhale tells the body, danger. Every deep belly breath tells the body, safe. In survival mode, your body cannot repair itself. It only prepares to fight or run. But in healing mode, digestion, immunity, sleep, and even cell repair are restored. Healing is not outside of you. It is within every conscious breath. So as you listen now, place one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. Notice which hand moves more. If only the chest rises, your healing is asleep. If the belly moves like a tide, your healing is awake. This simple awareness is the first step to reclaiming the medicine of breath. You are not broken. You are breathless. And when you reclaim your breath, you reclaim your life. The monks understood this truth deeply. That's why their bodies remain strong even into old age, their minds sharp, their spirits unshaken. They were not superhuman. They simply remembered how to breathe. And so, as you continue this journey, remember, shallow breath chains you to survival. Deep breath frees you into healing. 2. Ancient wisdom. Breath is spirit. When you lose your breath, you lose your spirit. Pause for a moment and let those words sink in. Your breath is not just air moving in and out of your lungs. It is the thread that ties your body to your soul. In Buddhist and Tibetan teachings, breath is called the bridge, the invisible path, where the physical world meets the spiritual one. When the bridge is broken, the spirit collapses. When the bridge is strong, life flows freely. Breath is not just survival, it is your spirit speaking. For centuries, monks in the Tibetan mountains lived far away from noise, machines, and distractions. Their temples stood in silence, only the sound of wind through the prayer flags and the low chanting of mantras echoing through the stone halls. What sustained them was not wealth, not medicine, not technology, but breath. They discovered that when the breath slows, lengthens, and becomes almost invisible, the body finds balance, the mind quiets, and the spirit awakens. One master once told his disciple, "The one who breathes slowly lives long. The one who breathes deeply lives fully." The disciple, puzzled, asked, "Why does the length of my breath matter?" The master replied, "Because the length of your breath is the length of your peace. The shorter the breath, the shorter your calm. The longer the breath, the deeper your life. The way you breathe is the way you live." Think about moments of panic. Your breath is sharp, shallow, fast. Your body screams, "Danger!" Now think about moments of peace, watching a sunrise, holding a loved one, sitting under a tree. Your breath is slow, soft, and quiet, almost invisible. This is not a coincidence. This is the law of spirit. The breath mirrors the mind, and the mind mirrors the breath. A restless breath creates a restless mind. A silent breath creates a silent soul. Zen Buddhism also treasures this truth. In Zen practice, the hara, the belly, is the seat of life force. Monks train themselves not to breathe in the chest, but deep into the belly, until each inhale feels like drawing from the earth itself, and each exhale feels like returning to it. With time, the breath becomes so quiet, so smooth, that it is barely noticeable, like the still surface of a lake at dawn. And in that stillness, the spirit rises. Invisible breath is the sign of visible health. The old monks believed that health is not measured by muscles or appearance, but by breath. A long, soft breath shows a mind at peace and a body in balance. A short, noisy breath reveals inner chaos. That is why they call conscious breathing sacred breath, because it heals not only the body's fatigue, but also the soul's wounds. Breath is the prayer your body whispers to your soul. Picture this ritual the monks practiced, sitting tall on the floor, hands gently resting on the belly, eyes half closed. They inhale through the nose slowly, like sipping the essence of life. They hold it softly, not straining, not forcing, just allowing the energy to rest inside. Then they exhale longer than they inhale, like releasing dust from a room, letting go of worries and pain. Finally, they pause at the end of the exhale, feeling the silence, the sacred gap between breaths. That pause is where spirit speaks. The monks believe that in this pause lies the secret of healing. It is the moment where thought dissolves, where the body stops fighting, where the soul begins to repair itself. When breath becomes your teacher, your spirit becomes free. You don't need to be in a mountain temple to practice this. You only need to remember your breath is your bridge. Every time you lengthen it, every time you soften it, you are not just breathing, you are healing, restoring, and returning to yourself. 3. The healing ritual, breath of renewal. 7 breaths can reset your nervous system. It sounds impossible, doesn't it? 7 breaths, just 7, can change the state of your entire body. But monks have guarded this ritual for centuries, practicing it not in crowded cities, but in silence, high in the mountains, where the body listens and the spirit awakens. They knew something we have forgotten. Fatigue is not weakness. It is disconnection from sacred breath. Think of your life right now. You wake up tired, drag through the day, and collapse at night. No pill, no coffee, no quick fix seems to give lasting relief. But what if the cure isn't in more effort, but in less? What if the cure is hidden in 7 conscious breaths, practiced with devotion? Your nervous system is waiting for your permission to heal. The monks called this ritual the breath of renewal. They believed it could awaken the sleeping dragon energy resting at the base of the spine, the vital force that keeps the body alive and the spirit vibrant. When neglected, this dragon curls into sleep, leaving you drained, restless, and weak. When awakened through breath, it rises slowly, filling the body with warmth, strength, and serenity. Here is the step-by-step ritual, practiced exactly as the monks did. 1. Sit down with dignity. Feet flat on the ground, back tall, crown of the head lifted toward the sky. Place your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your heart. Feel the meeting of body and spirit beneath your palms. 2. Inhale gently for 4 counts. Through your nose as if sipping the essence of life. Feel the belly expand beneath your hand. 3. Hold softly for 4 counts. Not with strain, but like holding a precious secret inside your chest. 4. Exhale slowly for 6 counts. Through your mouth, as if releasing centuries of fatigue, frustration, and pain. Imagine a gray mist leaving your body, making space for light. 5. Pause in emptiness for 2 counts. This pause is sacred. It is not death, it is rebirth. The monks taught that in this small silence, the body repairs itself and the spirit whispers back. 6. Repeat 7 full cycles. 7 is not random. In ancient Buddhist teaching, 7 symbolizes completion and healing. 7 steps to enlightenment. 7 breaths to restoration. Each cycle clears another layer of tension, another knot of stress, another veil of exhaustion. The body doesn't heal when it's busy fighting, it heals when you let it rest. As you repeat these 7 cycles, you may notice subtle shifts, a tingling at the base of your spine, a warmth rising through the chest, a softening of your jaw, your shoulders, your thoughts. These are not coincidences. They are signs that your nervous system is resetting, that your dragon is stirring. There is an old Zen story of a monk who fell ill with chronic fatigue. No herbs helped, no rest cured him. His master simply instructed, breathe until your breath disappears. The monk practiced daily, 4 in, 4 hold, 6 out, 2 pause. Within weeks, he not only regained strength, but his face glowed with vitality. The villagers called him the one who breathes light. You are not broken. You are simply breathless. The breath of renewal is not a trick. It is a return. Returning to the body, returning to the moment, returning to the spirit you forgot was yours. Do it each morning and evening, and you will discover that fatigue fades, sleep deepens, and a quiet joy enters the heart. And remember, it takes only 7 breaths, 7 small acts of attention to reclaim the energy you thought was lost forever. 4. Night practice, breathing for deep sleep. Don't just fall asleep, heal while you sleep. So many people collapse into bed exhausted, yet wake up heavy, restless, and drained. Why? Because they confuse sleep with healing. Sleep without release is just escape. Healing sleep begins not when you close your eyes, but when you let go of the weight you carried all day. The monks of Tibet believed that the night was sacred. They said, the sun heals the body, but the night heals the soul. In the silence after dusk, they practiced a simple but profound ritual, transforming fatigue into lightness, sorrow into peace. They understood something modern medicine is only beginning to confirm. A long exhale is the body's built-in switch for regeneration. Let us walk through this ritual together, the night practice of healing breath. 1. Lie on your back with reverence, not like collapsing into bed, but as if returning to a sacred temple. Rest your body as though you are offering it back to the earth. 2. Place your hands with intention. Right hand gently on your heart, left hand on your lower belly. These 2 centers, heart and belly, are the seats of spirit and life force. Feel their quiet rhythm beneath your palms. 3. Inhale slowly for 4 counts. Breathe in through the nose softly, as if drawing in moonlight itself. Let the breath fill your belly first, then rise to the chest. 4. Exhale even slower for 8 counts. Through the mouth, as if sighing away centuries of burden. Imagine each exhale carrying away stress, resentment, fear, and unspoken words. 5. Repeat this cycle 9 times. 9 is the number of completion, the closing of circles, the turning of endings into new beginnings. With each breath, feel the day dissolving into the silence of night. 6. With every exhale, whisper silently in your heart, I release what doesn't belong to me. Let it be a mantra, a gentle untying of knots you didn't even know you carried. Your day may have wounded you, but your breath knows how to repair you. The monks told a story of a student who could not sleep. His heart was always racing, his mind filled with what-ifs. The master instructed him to double the length of every exhale at night. Within weeks, the student slept like a child, waking with radiant energy. See, said the master, it wasn't the world that kept you awake. It was your refusal to let the world go. This ritual is not about forcing sleep. It is about surrendering. When you exhale longer than you inhale, your parasympathetic system awakens, the body's natural healer. Blood pressure lowers, muscles soften, digestion restores, and immunity strengthens. The body remembers how to regenerate, not merely survive. And something deeper happens too. The weight you carried, arguments left unresolved, mistakes replaying in your mind, fears of tomorrow, begins to dissolve. Breath by breath, the day's heaviness turns to lightness, and you are carried gently into the ocean of sleep. Do not go to bed full of burdens. Empty yourself and let the night refill you with peace. If you practice this 9-breath ritual each night, you will notice a change. Your sleep becomes not just longer, but deeper. Your mornings arrive not with dread, but with quiet strength. Others will notice too. They will see the light in your eyes, the calm in your presence, and they will ask, "What changed?" And you will know. You did not just fall asleep. You healed while you slept. 5. Integration, 21 days to rebirth. Your body doesn't need more pills. It needs your promise. We live in a world where every shelf shouts, more supplements, more energy drinks, more miracle cures. Yet beneath all the noise, your body is whispering a simple truth. Healing begins when you return to your breath. The monks knew this. They taught that discipline, not medicine, not luck, is what renews life. And their secret was not intensity, but consistency. Healing is not a miracle. Healing is a daily promise you keep with yourself. This is why the ancient practice was always taught in cycles. 21 days, the rhythm of rebirth. Just as the moon shifts through its phases, your body, mind, and spirit transform when you repeat a sacred act long enough for it to rewire your being. So here's the path, a 21-day commitment to the breath. 1. Morning ritual, breath of renewal. Upon waking, before coffee, before screens, sit quietly, feet grounded, right hand on belly, left on heart. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6, pause for 2, 7 cycles. Whisper inwardly, "I choose to begin light." This cleanses the residue of yesterday and charges your spirit for the day. 2. Night ritual, breath of release. Before sleep, lie on your back, right hand on heart, left on belly. Inhale 4, exhale 8, 9 cycles. With each breath, say silently, "I release what doesn't belong to me." This empties the mind, calms the nervous system, and opens the body to deep repair. That's it, 12 minutes daily. But the monks say, a single breath done with presence outweighs 1,000 done in distraction. So the power is not in the time, but in the sincerity. In 21 days, the mirror will reveal what words cannot. The signs of healing arrive quietly. Your heart no longer races with every worry. Sleep deepens, not in hours, but in quality. You wake refreshed, not heavy. Energy no longer leaks through stress, but flows steadily. Even your face begins to change. Lines soften, eyes brighten. People notice. They may ask, "What are you doing differently?" And you will smile because the answer is so simple. "I finally learned how to breathe again." A Zen story tells of a student who asked his master, "How long will it take me to heal my restless spirit?" The master replied, 21 days if you practice, a lifetime if you only think about it. The lesson is clear. Discipline transforms what hope alone cannot. Day by day, breath by breath, you are not just surviving, you are being reborn. So as you begin this journey, make a vow, not to me, not to anyone else, but to yourself. For 21 days, I will give my body the breath it has been waiting for. Because fatigue is not weakness, anxiety is not permanent, illness is not identity. They are signs of disconnection, and every sacred breath reconnects you. You don't need to add anything new to heal. You only need to return to what was always yours, the breath of life. Every sacred breath is proof you are healing. Think about it. How many days have you dragged yourself through, convinced that exhaustion is just your normal? How many nights have you lain in bed, eyes wide open, your body screaming for rest, but your spirit restless? The world has made you believe you're weak, broken, in need of endless fixes. But the truth is much simpler. Shallow breath steals your energy. Sacred breath restores it. Each inhale is not just air, it is life returning. Each exhale is not just release, It is your body letting go of the weight it was never meant to carry. You are not powerless. You are not broken. You are simply disconnected from the power already inside you, and the bridge back is your breath. For centuries, monks have known, breath is spirit, breath is healing, breath is freedom. And today you've remembered that too. Not through pills, not through force, but through presence. So let this be your turning point. From this moment forward, every breath can be sacred. Every cycle can be a step back into your strength. You are not weak, you are powerful, and your breath reconnects you to that power. If this touched you, don't just keep it inside. Write it in the comments. I breathe to heal. Subscribe for weekly wisdom that nourishes your spirit, and share this with someone who is exhausted, someone who has forgotten their power, someone who needs this gentle reminder. Healing was always within them.